Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher's Circus. Today we are going to be playing with something extremely silly. So I'm playing the Halo comp, we all know it, we all love to hate it. But technically you have, not technically, usually you have an Arbalest in position 4, and she's using sniper shot to get one-shots. But not in this case. We have a front Arbalest Halo comp here, so we switch the Crusaders and the Arbalest positions. Do something very silly, because I thought my opponent was playing something silly as well. But it looks like I was tricked, because this looks like a kind of a competent team. Not really a team I usually go for, having both a Houndmaster and an Antiquarian. I don't really like this sort of setup. But considering there's regen, considering there's guards, considering there's flagellant, I typically have to get kills by like round 2-3. But it's gonna be easier said than done in this situation. Yeah, in this case, I'm gonna drop a battle belt. I feel like the accuracy is gonna be quite valuable, just so we don't miss anything. Even though that is being kind of slow here, I am gonna have to be kind of slow because I have an Arbalest in position 1. So, I mean, Bola is a nice move, but you don't want to start off with Bola. That's really not what you want to do. And also, Holy Lance is a nice move, but you also don't want to start off with Holy Lance. Did he use Command immediately? He did, actually. Okay, that's a good play. He went first and immediately went for those accuracy buffs, just so he doesn't miss. Still quite lucky to hit my gesture, I'm gonna have to say, but what can you do? What can you do? Absolutely nothing. I could pull this Antiquarian right now, just to prevent rejuvenating vapors from coming through. Do I want to do that? Well, considering I won't be able to use Mark, then I guess it's pretty okay of a move here. He's probably going to use take cover, so it's going to be one move down for each of us. So I'm okay with this. Yeah, I am okay with this. I might move back 2 positions here actually instead of dropping a Bola, because I don't feel like a Bola is going to be all that useful. Yeah, sure, I could do some decent damage, or I could go Holy Lance and then the Bola, so I actually get more damage with the stabilizing tiller. Oh, he's actually going to move back instead of using take cover. I'm surprised. I am surprised. I guess the Antiquarian isn't in any serious danger right now. I could just move back 2 positions, or I could Holy Lance Bola. You know what? Let's Holy Lance Bola to put some pressure on that Houndmaster. I feel like if we put some pressure on him... Oh, speaking of pressure, I feel like if we put some pressure on him, we're gonna be quite happy here. Speaking of goddamn pressure, that's why you play the front Arbalest team. You just get the Crusader to crit with that Holy Lance and do brutal amounts of damage. Yeah, 1 Bola now, and that Houndmaster is down to 0, so I'm actually gonna get even more value. Misses the Jester, thankfully, and doesn't get to bleed on my Crusader, so all is as it should be. And we over max roll on that Houndmaster doing 12. And right now, he is in a very bad position because he does have Lick Wounds, but after Lick Wounds, the only thing he can do is use the Man-at-Arms as guard. But if you use the Man-at-Arms as guard, you will not be able to stop the Dirk Stab. That is the idea here. You won't be able to stop the Dirk Stab, which is quite good for us, obviously. But I can't really hit... well, I can hit with the Holy Lance. I feel like going for the 60 is a good play here. If we don't get the 60, we are screwed. And I mean screwed. We are beyond screwed if we don't get the 60% death blow on the Houndmaster. I'm not sure if he's even gonna go for a guard, actually. Because it is a good chance of just getting the death blow on the doggy. I'm gonna have to say. It is a good chance of getting the death blow with Dirk Stab and Finisher. It's gonna be a 60, and if we do get it, we are absolutely vibing. If we don't get it, we are gonna have a really bad time, because by the start of next round, she's gonna go regen. But no, he decides not to be that greedy. He's just gonna drop a Festering Vapors, and oh, that's a big one. That is a big Festering Vapors. Double crit with Materia Pestis, that's a lot of HP down. That is a whole lot of HP down, so that's really not what you want to see when you're playing against an Antiquarian with Festering Vapors, because my team is going to be melting right now, and I mean melting. Just look at the amount of DOT that's been output by that Materia Pestis. And now there's Reign of Sorrows as well, and that's even more bleed as well with the Hans Harry that was dropped before, so... Let me tell you, this is scary. This is really darn scary. I could actually... I have an idea here. As silly as it might sound, I'm gonna drop a Bola and then I'm gonna drop a Dirk Stab just so I put that Flagellant in check. because he's going to be forced to pick the Flagellant before he wants, and I'm going to have 2 Finale buffs, which is actually a decent amount of damage. He's going to drop a Bellow, he might be able to get the debuff on my Jester, he does get the debuff, so that's, I'm still not at Afflictions, thankfully, so this could be a lot worse of a situation. And I don't feel like we do enough damage there. Yeah, we roll for 11 to 20, but with the prot it should be like 10 to 19. So if we do have the finish him value, we will be able to get a kill on this Flagellant, but if we don't, it's going to be a lot harder. So that is going to be just the immediate festering vapors from that Antiquarian. I actually have an idea here. An idea which I feel like is very good. I'm going to go for a pull. Yeah, I feel like going for a pull here is fine. I'm gonna go for a pull on that Antiquarian. Even if he decides to guard her, I can still shoot. I can hit her for sure because I drop Battle Ballad. I will most likely do enough damage because I even have plus damage versus marked. And the shield drop to 0, and then even if he guards, I'll just have Turk Stab to get the immediate kill. And once that Antiquarian is gone, Man-at-Arms is good, but this Man-at-Arms can't really just solo carry. There isn't even a Pit Fighter Helm or a Carnival Mask, so he doesn't have that much prot, he doesn't have that much stress dealt. And right now I can just go for it. I think the play is to go for it, right? Or do I go for something else first? No, we definitely dropped the sniper shot here. We can't even miss, so 17 to 30, we get a nice crit for it. Interesting that we do less 2 damage because of that Bellow debuff. So the Bellow debuff, like reducing our damage by 7 compared to the crit buff, actually reduces our damage by 7%, I mean. Actually reduces our damage by 2 points on that crit, because normally it would do 41. It's going to be a punish, thankfully it misses. That was his last round of command buff, actually, I'm going to have to say. I think here we actually don't be greedy. We actually are not going to be greedy here. I'm going to go for the 25 death flow, and then I'm going to go for a 75. Because that's way more likely of getting the kill. So we roll for the least likely one, then we roll for this one, and that's bad. That's bad. I could have dropped the Finale, but come on, are you just gonna Finale the Antiquarian right now? Really? You don't Finale the Antiquarian, but now she stays alive for a bit. She's gonna use Take Cover. Oh, this is so ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. She should not be chilling right now. Okay. I can't even... Yeah, there's just things I can't do right now. I think we go for a flare here, we clear the debuffs and we remove the stealth, and then we just get the death blow either way. If he goes for guard, then I still think this is reasonable for us, because by the start of next round we will be able to shoot anyway. Actually no, the market is gonna go away, so I think that Antiquarian is gonna actually stay alive. Oh no, he's not gonna save her, really? I am so surprised. I feel like that's a horrible misplay. I think I just tried to win harder than I had to by not going for that Finale, but once again, that was really unlucky. Failing a 25 and a 75, if you add those up, it's a 100% chance, but of course that's not how the Circus works. I'm gonna go for a Come Hither now. We do get that death blow, thankfully. I feel like he could have guarded the Antiquarian, and since I can't hit position 4 with the Dirk Stab, and since she wasn't gonna be marked by the start of next round after she acted, she could have stayed alive, and she would have been an absolute hassle to deal with. So I feel like that was a horrible misplay on his side. Yeah, absolute horrible misplay. Let's see. Definitely act with the Jester now. I'm gonna go for a Dirk Stab here. That's a big chance of oofing himself with the finisher. It was a 50-50. Not sadly, thankfully that doesn't happen. Not sadly. My goodness, not sadly indeed. Let's just drop a heal here. As long as we keep this Jester alive... Oh, that's a big crit heal on ourselves too. As long as we keep this Jester alive, we will be able to just be able to kill that Flagellant, because he can always go for a guard, which I feel like he's about to do right now. He does go for a guard. But we can stun through the guard. We can indeed stun through the guard if you want to do something like that in a bit. Let's see, what do we want to do? I feel like just shooting this Man-at-Arms instead isn't a bad idea either. I feel like it isn't that bad of an idea. Let's go for it. Let's go for a shot on this Man-at-Arms. I could also pull instead, but I feel like a Mark for Death is better here. Yeah, because that corpse is gonna go away soon. I think it was round 2. I'm pretty sure it was round 2, so by round 7 it should be gone. So I should still be able to just get a Dirk Stab on Man-at-Arms eventually. That's going to be Reign of Sorrows, probably going to get an Affliction now. I could get a Virtue with a 30% with this Sacred Blade. Let's see what happens. Boss Edition's Resolve is tested, and he goes powerful! An amazing Virtue to get, and that's an immediate surrender. Yeah. Well, GG. The thing is, I'm gonna have to be honest with you. I really don't like the team that my opponent here was using. I really don't like putting Antiquarian and Houndmaster and Flagellant on the same team. I really don't appreciate the setup. I don't think it's that good of an idea. Like, just ditch Antiquarian, play Abomination instead, and play my team, play Shep Stress. Because there is no way in hell you'll lose with Shep Stress if you're playing against the front Arbalest team of the Halo comp. Like, no way in hell. He says he wants to rematch, and rematch we shall do, so let's just skip forward into that. Alright, so I pulled a little sneaky on him, and right now I'm actually playing just a regular Halo comp, and we are going for a rematch. So just to reiterate on what I was, on what my train of thought was just a little bit ago, the idea behind this kind of team, you know, the kind of team that has a Flagellant, Doggy, and Man-at-Arms, that you actually have a lot of stress output. But considering the setup that he has, and considering the fact that the Antiquarian does basically no stress, unless she gets a lot of crits, I'm just gonna have to say that, oh, don't go Festering Vapors, okay, he's gonna go Regen. I'm just gonna have to say that my first Affliction, or my first Affliction check came in by like round 6, 7. That's not what a stress team should be doing. This is more of a DOT team than a stress team. And if you have a DOT team, typically you won't have a finishing character, either the Houndmaster with the finisher, or the Antiquarian with the finisher, which is way more common, I'm gonna have to say. So he does go first again. I think he does decide to drop Rejuvenating Vapors this time, which is definitely a good idea. Let's do this. So this is kind of risky, not going for a battle belt, but I feel like I have to be fast here because he dropped the Rejuvenating Vapors, and since I went second anyway, I don't have to deal with plus 15 dodge. And if I drop Harvest, I'm able to counter that regen. So I was kind of afraid that you'd go Festering Vapors immediately into all this dodge and just kind of get lucky, because I've seen that happen way too many times, honestly. But that is not what happened, thankfully. That's a very suspicious blackjack. I wouldn't go for it. It's an 80% chance. There is no way I'd ever do that, I'm gonna have to say. But such is the way of the Butcher Circus, such is what he wants to do. So I'm gonna go for a mark right now, mark on this Houndmaster. And we do get the debuff, which is actually really important, because that means we might actually be able to get a kill with Dirk Stab next round, which would be wonderful. I have a feeling he's gonna move back with the Flagellant here. No, he's gonna guard. Oh no, he's gonna command. He's not even gonna care about it. Okay, I'm surprised. Consider me surprised. I'm just gonna click the stun right now because I don't have to do anything else. I'd rather just keep my, you know, just get the plus 15 damage and plus 12 accuracy from acting last. That plus 15% damage can be critical in case you don't get a crit. So 19 to 34. That's not a crit. That is very sadly not a crit, but it is still a very decent roll, and that Houndmaster is in quite a dangerous spot, I'm gonna have to say. Depending on what happens right now, my game plan is to use the Crusader to go for a stun. If he guards them with the Man-at-Arms, I'll stun the Man-at-Arms. If he does something else, I will stun the Houndmaster, and either way, I'm winning here. I am absolutely winning here, because applying that bleed on the Houndmaster basically means that regen will be insufficient for essentially the rest of the match. I mean, not the rest of the match, but as long as the Harvest Bleed is on, it just means that you counter the regen, which is why Harvest is so goddamn powerful. So he decides to go for a Hound Sari, using his action all he can. Personally, I would have gone for another Rejuvenating Vapors, because I would have countered my it would have countered my counter to the regen, if that makes sense. Thankfully, he got a miss on that, and thankfully we don't get a miss on that, and we just dropped this stunning blow. And now, why was that getting the debuff from Mark for Death so goddamn crucial? Because right now he can't reasonably guard, because even if he guards, I go Dirk Stab, and with the... that's a really bad play. With the minus death blow resistance, it means that it's a 90% chance of getting a death blow, and there's no way that you just waste an action to hope for a 10% chance. You just don't do that. You reasonably don't do that. So it was a 55% chance of getting that debuff, because Mark for Death doesn't have any sort of extra base chats, which is very sad, but it is the way of the Butcher Circus, I'm gonna have to say. And there's gonna be Reign of Sorrows. The pressure is definitely mounting, but I do have to say that I am not feeling too preoccupied here. If I go for Come Hither, there's gonna be a flare. Not a flare, sorry. There will be a take cover, and then there would be a flare to remove the stealth. but then she can just act first next round anyway, so that probably wouldn't do all that much for me. I'm just gonna mark this Man at Arms instead and hopefully do some decent damage. So he did get the extra prod from that card, but I'm gonna have to say that even with the extra prod, I'm just piercing 20% of it, so I should still be able to do some decent damage. No crits with his Festering Vapors, misses a Jester as well, which is absolutely crucial for my game plan here, because I will need that finale to kill the Flagellant. 14 to 26, absolute minimum. Oh, Arbalest, how much you are letting me down here. Holy, that is an absolute letdown from this Arbalest, I'm gonna have to say. Wow, that's just brutal how much he's letting me down. Like, that is really bad. Like, double 44% crit chance, fails the first one, fails the second one. He's gonna go for the immediate Rain of Sorrows, which is gonna open up his Flagellant to some pain. He might go for another card first. Let's see. My idea here is that I'm not having that good of a time right now. Why do I have Bulwark? I wanted to have Smite. What the hell, Shep? I wanted to have Smite, not Bulwark. Well, I forgot to change it. I wanted to have Smite to just do some damage to the Flash and allow me to finale, but what can you do? I guess that's not gonna be our hope right now. I'm gonna go for another Sniper Shot, even though we're gonna drop down to 0. I should be able to do a little more damage this time. No, we roll for 14 again, even though we're at this store. Wow, 0 crits with this Arbalest. That's really not what you usually see, I'm gonna have to say. It really isn't what you usually see. 25 death blow. No, thankfully no. Thankfully no. We do stay alive here. We do stay alive, which is quite good, I'm gonna have to say. It is quite good. I'm gonna drop a stunning blow on this Flagellant because there really isn't much else for me to do. If he doesn't cover the Flagellant, oh my god, 85% chance of getting a stun and we don't get it. That means he doesn't even have to guard right now, he can just drop a Bellow debuff. Oh, that is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. So why did I want to go for a stun on the Flagellant here? Because the Flagellant was dead. He goes for a Defender on this Antiquarian. The Flagellant should be dead right now, because I would just drop a finish him with the plus 60% damage and then a finale and he's gone. But instead we roll for pretty much a minimum, and right now this is not looking good. This is absolutely not looking good. There's two things I can do here. I can drop a Dirk Stab on the Flash. Please don't do enough. Oh, that's enough. No. 7 to 10. Wait, how am I doing? No, 5 to 10. I'm sorry. Yeah, 5 to 10. And yeah, I guess we just do enough damage. Oh, but the regen counters it. Oh, that's lovely. That's absolutely lovely that the regen actually counters the Flagellant's healing ability, so he's not able to drop a redeem right now. My Arbalest goes paranoid. I definitely want to use her action before she sadly passes away. So let's see, what do we go for here? Yeah, regen killed him, he says. Maybe, potentially. 6 to 11. Finally, we get a crit. I will say it's a little late to get crits right now. But I guess finally that we are paranoid, minus 50% damage from Death's Door and the paranoid, finally we do get a crit. He's gonna drop the immediate Bellow instead of protecting the Flagellant, actually. That's quite a weird game plan, I'm gonna have to say. And there's a few things I can do here. There's definitely a few things I can do here. What I want to do is I want to drop a Dirk Stab. Oh, it's 1, 2, 3? You're kidding me. There's no way. There's no way it does 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna go for this. Sadly, we don't get enough, but it should still be fine here because we do have the Bounty Hunter to follow up. I was really expecting Dirk Stab to do more than 1 to 3. I didn't expect 75 prot to actually just hinder my damage all that much. It's going to be a crit for 4, but that's really not going to matter all that much. I will still be able to kill this this Flagellant, but I'm not sure if I can deal with the Antiquarian anymore, I'm going to have to say, because she's going to be an absolute menace. Okay, we drop a stunning blow here, and then the Flagellant should just be able to get the kill. Oh, and that heal as well. And he's gonna heal the Man at Arms again because of his death. Oh, things have not turned out the greatest for us, I'm gonna have to say. So I'm gonna drop this on the Flash, but right now there's gonna be another heal, and our damage output right now is essentially non-existent. And if these corpses were gone, maybe I have a winning chance, but with these corpses being here, I don't think so. I don't think I can win this anymore because of that Antiquarian. She's gonna roll for that 25. Thankfully, she doesn't get it. Does he have Retribution, actually? Let me check. I don't think he does. I don't think he has Retribution, but if he does, that could actually be very scary here. He does actually have Retribution, surprisingly. I think right now, if I want to have any damage output, I actually have to drop a Caltrops. Abusive doesn't move forward, thankfully, so we are able to drop a Caltrops here. And we are gonna get some sort of bleeding going on that Man-at-Arms, but that's definitely not gonna be enough. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna win with the front row Arbalest, but we're gonna lose with the back row Arbalest, because we just got absolutely zero crits, and we got shafted on that finale as well, I'm gonna have to say. Yeah, the situation not looking too good for us. Absolutely not looking too good. I'm gonna heal this Bounty Hunter because as long as he stays alive, I have a winning chance. And there's a Retribution right now. That means I can't really go for Dirk Stab. Oh, that's a move forward though. That means I can harvest. And we do dodge the repulse, which is wonderful. Yeah, only having Insignia of Rank means that your repulse accuracy is really low. That's still quite lucky that my Jester managed to stay alive. So of course healing is only preemptive. It's not gonna save me from all the crits and all the stress being output, especially from all the crits. 43, that's brutal. It is absolutely brutal. Sadly, I can't click this chest right now. I can't really do anything with my Crusader as well. I'm getting absolutely destroyed by Blights. What do I do here? I think healing the Jester might actually be my best play, just so he doesn't die immediately. Hopeless says no, so I guess I'm gonna heal the Bounty Hunter instead, even though it's gonna do practically nothing for me. So at least this Man-at-Arms is kind of bleeding out a little bit. There could be rejuvenating vapors soon, but I think by the time we kill this, Man-at-Arms, we'll be unable to just win here. I really don't think we have a good shot right now. I really don't think so. But we can try. We can try. Let's see, abusive, 25% chance of him getting the death blow. Actually, if we roll for enough here, which we don't, obviously, he gets the crit. Oh, the crit and the death blow, obviously, you know, obviously. My Crusader goes Fearful this time, now that we needed a Virtue. And, yeah, my Jester is gonna die very, very soon from the stress, as well as probably just a regular death blow, I'm gonna have to say. I can't believe I just died to the immediate 25 from that repulse. That is just brutal. Yeah, this is a Butcher's Circus, really. It's RNG. It's pretty much what it comes down to. So you can win with a front row Arbalest if you have good RNG, and you can lose with a back row Arbalest if you have bad RNG. Who is surprised? Absolutely no one, I'm gonna have to say. He's gonna go for the Retribution. Doesn't get the immediate death blow, but oh, actually, big actually right now. I could actually have a winning chance. How many times do I have to say actually? Okay, I do actually have a winning chance. If I drop a Dirk Stab and get a crit on this Man-at-Arms, I think I pretty much win, because then I might be able to permastun this Antiquarian. Yeah, though I do not have Battle Ballads, so my hit chances aren't as wonderful. Let's see, do we get the 60% death blow? And the crit on top as well. Hopeless? 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 Okay, just a bit of stress. 60? We get to 60. Do we have a winning chance? Flagellant Corpse, when are you gonna go away? Oh, it's gonna take ages. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is gonna take ages for that Flagellant Corpse to go away. And until then, that's gonna be an immediate death blow, so no more healing for Mr. Shepherd here. Thankfully, no extra stress on top. It's gonna take a while for that corpse to go away, so I guess Bulwark time it is. It's not gonna help me at all, but I'd rather have Prot than not have it. Oh, the corpse is gone, okay. So my hit chance is pretty much gonna be an 85 each and every time, except that Antiquarian has... oh, okay, there's take cover, yeah. Except that Antiquarian can get a crit and then get a little extra, what do you call it? A little extra dodge, a little extra 10 dodge, so that could be very scary for me. So if I had a Battle Ballad here, I'd definitely be feeling more comfortable. I'd be feeling even more comfortable if I had gotten the Virtue this time around. But sadly we didn't. So 15% chance of getting the death blow. We can also win through Flash Powder, just getting the stress. I feel like maybe 3 Flash Powders should do the job. And he will also reduce my accuracy, but he's just gonna go Festering Vapors instead. He's deciding to go for the death blows with the with just the actual death blow chances, and he got a crit. He got a crit on it on this Festering Vapors. Keep in mind it's a 9% each and every time of getting a crit, but thankfully we do get the stun. We get the 75% hit chance. I do believe Fearful has a 10 or 12% chance of passing. I think it's 12. J-Man thinks it's 10. I'm not sure. I hope it's 10 in this specific case. Thankfully we don't pass, but we missed the 85. Why? Why? Oh, Justice, where have you gone? Why have you failed me, Justice? You do not exist. You absolutely do not exist. I cannot believe it. Oh, but what? We get a dodge from the Fearful? There is no way. We get a dodge. He's like, what? You get a dodge? I'm playing an anti-chrono without a single accuracy buff, just relying on command. Wait a second. Wait a goddamn second. Does Shep actually have a winning chance here? Caltrip's taking her down to 0. Hello? Stunning blow again. Keep in mind we have an 80% chance of getting the second stun to go through. We get her. We take those. We take these wins. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. Back-to-back wins. With the Halo comp, RNG, you are not winning today. Justice stays true. There is justice in this world. Holy, I cannot believe I actually won that. Wow. Well. Crackhead Med. I hope you enjoyed this match as much as I did. I only enjoyed the ending. The ending was amazing. So GG, he says, GG, I say in return. And I hope you enjoyed it too, because front row Arbalest is somehow good. But actually just back row Arbalest is probably better. Typically you'd get crits, you know, not typically you'd get a crit not by like the point you afflict and then that's 0 HP, I'm gonna have to say. So I hope y'all enjoy that, and I'll see you again another time. Cheers.